The reason I hate Spotify Wrapped is because I feel like it's one giant circle jerk. But when I come to the circle jerk, my penis is not big enough.
It's not true.
I just thought it'd be cool for me to go through my Wrapped and maybe reflect on how far I have actually come, because I know a lot of people probably feel the same way that I do, and we feel like we're not getting anywhere. But all we have to do is really slow down and see how far we've come over the years. Maybe not as far as other people in the time that we have, but progress is progress nonetheless. So I'm trying to celebrate my achievements instead of trying to compare them to other people more successful than me. 2022, it's so colorful. Yay. Legend, your arrive has jumped. Legend, your arrive has jumped. Your arrive has jumped. These are good graphics. They do have that going for them. I like the graphics. But stop paying for graphics and start paying for artists. How about that? I'm not salty at all. In 2022, you did your thing. People loved it. Did they now? What's the first stat? 1,776 listeners streamed your music 9,105 times. That is pretty nice. Again, it's not the biggest numbers in the world. I know people who have hundreds of thousands of listeners and literally tens of millions of streams. However, it's just me, okay? Mixer, master, artist, engineer, producer, videographer, cinematographer, editor, everything under the sun. 750 plays a month. Honestly, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that, because you think about it. Somebody chose to open up their Spotify and press play 750 times, or 750 people. But you get it, it's still an accomplishment. And maybe in you guys seeing my numbers, if you have better ones than I do, you can feel better about yourselves. So maybe that's why I'm doing this too. They listened for 463 hours. Wow, that is a total of 19 days or 2.8 weeks. It's just random facts and mathematics, dividing numbers by days and hours. Your listeners like to keep your music close. They saved your song 500 times. You guys really want to see my stuff. Hey, I think in me making more music, all these numbers will probably go up. And the reason why my numbers are so low is because I don't put out any music. This is another thing, okay? I'm beating myself up and comparing myself against all these people that have millions of streams and all this stuff. But what are these people doing differently than I am? They're putting songs out. Let's see. Ouroboros Epilogue. Your top track 360 was played over and over again, 1,271 times. Cheat Codes did pretty well. That was a single. Angels and Devils did pretty well. That was a single. 360 was one that I wanted to be a single, but I never promoted it. I never did any of that stuff. And somehow people got a hold of this and they're putting it on their playlist. They're streaming the song. I don't know how people are finding this thing, but I'm glad, because this is my favorite track off of this project. Everything moves in circles. Everything moves in cycles.
I'll give you an epiphany.
As a musician who writes songs based purely on how they feel, that's all I ever do. It's basically like I have a diary of music of how I feel and the roller coaster of emotions that I've gone through. I have used this as data points in my mood tracking, right? And it's just incredibly hilarious how Ouroboros Epilogue and Prologue were based on Ouroboros, the snake eating his own tail, reinventing yourself, and going through a constant cycle of death and rebirth. Everything moves in circles. It comes back around. Okay, next song. Your music loves to travel. This is gonna be interesting. Let's see where we're played at. It was heard in 103 countries. Your top 5 were the United States, obviously, United Kingdom, Sweden, Germany, Dominican Republic. That's fun. I like that. But this reminds me, I gotta start uploading more canvases. What are legend listeners like? What are you guys like? Let's see. Maybe it's gonna show me what other music you listen to. This will be really insightful, actually. Your listener's music personality is the adventurer. Your listeners are seekers of sound. They venture out into the unknown, searching for fresh artists, deep cuts, new tracks, especially gems yet to be found. Invu, exploration, newness, variety, and uniqueness. I actually really like this, and I hope it's accurate because that makes me want to experiment, honestly, with sounds that I can try out. Listeners added you to 177 playlists. Ooh, thank you guys. Thank you. Word of mouth is one of the major ways to be heard. And like word of mouth these days doesn't necessarily mean you're walking up to your cousin and telling them,
Chuck, it's Marvin. Marvin Berry. You know that new sound you're looking for? Well, listen to this.
music saw a lot of gains this year. Okay, 12% increase in listeners. I'm all for the increase. At least it's not decreasing. 7% playlist ads went up by 7%, sorry. And my followers went up by 33%. Kudos, man. Kudos to you. We made some gains. You and your fans have something special. Do we now? Just get to it. It's taking too long. You're a top 10 artist for 39 fans. I'm in 40 of y'all's top 10, 22 of y'all's top 5, and literally for 3 people, I am the #1 artist. I want to know who these 3 people are because you guys are... Well, I want to know who all these people are, to be honest. Anybody who listens to my music. But for me to be #1 for even one person is crazy. I know one of those people is going to be Kelly, my girlfriend. But who are the other 2? Maybe the other one's me. So who's the other one? Technically, maybe I think it's just one person. I'm the #1 artist. If you're out there and you listen to me and I happen to be your #1 artist in your Spotify, please let me know in the comments with proof. Don't be lying. Speaking of sharing, we made something special for you. Is it a check? Did you cut a check? This is dumb. We made this special for you. I could have made this in Photoshop, but thank you. If you are getting this, and like I said, you have one number on any of these, this is for you. This is for you.
All right. Yes.
That was an applause. You thought I was done, huh? And scene.